What's up, knife fanatics? Today I'm going to be taking a look at my Microtech OTF because it's having some issues with the switch. A while back I pushed it forward and it wouldn't retract when pulling it back, and now that I check it out again, it's not fully sticking, but it is kind of not retracting as it should. And what I suspect is happening, because I've never cleaned it, is that maybe there's some buildup, some pocket lint or dust or things like that kind of builds up inside the inner mechanisms of the knife, and therefore when you try to move the switch, it doesn't always trigger the locking gate from releasing that blade back into the body here. So if you know how an OTF works, when you move the switch, you're triggering the gate, one of the gates to release and the other one to catch as the blade comes out, and it's the same thing on the way back. You're triggering one of the gates to release, and as the blade slides back, the other gate catches it. It was broken a while back, and now I pick it up again, and it's not fully broken. It was deploying perfectly, but it wouldn't retract at all, and now it's retracting but a little bit. So what I suspect happened is that some tapping along the way there, lightly tapping it, you're kind of loosening that spring back down, and that little gate is becoming open. It's already better just from that, just from tapping it a little bit. However, I want to take it a step further, because obviously it's gunked up with something in there. It's not just kind of catching for no reason, and I've never cleaned it. So the first thing you can do is get a can of compressed air, and you're gonna try to just kind of get some dirt out of there on the front, and give it a couple tests. It's already a lot better. And try it again. I got this here. This is a 3-in-1 lock dry lube, and it works really well for a lot of things. I've used it a lot to quiet hinges and stuff like that indoors, and I've only had to use it once on each thing, and it has not made noise or come back like you get kind of with a WD-40, which is grainy and it's sticky, and it once it dries out, it builds up again. This stuff has been excellent. And I have not tried it on my knife, and I'm a little bit hesitant because, you know, I don't really know what it's gonna do, but it's the best thing I got right now to clean it. So, and that'll break up all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna pour this out here. I'm gonna go get a paper towel and dry that up. We're gonna clean it up real nice and see what happened after that. All right, so I'm back. I got a paper towel here. I'm gonna clean this up. But this stuff is kind of like a solvent, as you can see. When it's not like so much, it kind of just evaporates and it kind of like dries up on its own. So that's what we're gonna hope is gonna happen inside the knife, and kind of all this liquid is gonna rinse out all the dirt and pocket lint and all that stuff, anything that could possibly have been gunking up those springs, so that we can prevent it from happening again in the near future. There we go. It's looking real shiny now. Let's give it a couple goes. Wow, yeah. It definitely feels different. I'm feeling a different kind of action. Look, we're getting dirt out of there. The blade is carrying dirt out of the mechanism now. And this is so much faster than having to send it to Microtech if you don't have the appropriate tooling to take the screws off. Still a little bit of a delay there, so I'm going to try a little bit more tapping. And as you can see, it's still kind of catching. Try to blow dry it again, maybe here with a little compressed air. That'll kind of dry up the mechanism here. I'm getting a lot of dirt out of the side of the switch as well. There we go. Let's give it a go. Still kind of sticking there. And see, that's what happens. Now the blade kind of releases, and you have to send it down with force. The deployment outwardly has been perfect, but we're still having trouble here with pulling it back and retracting it into the handle. There it goes. We're gonna hit it with the air one more time, then we're gonna let it sit and dry out for some time. still having a little bit of issues, but as you can see now it's back on. It still has a little bit of a hesitation here, like every other fire, but I'm gonna keep playing with it. So what I did after it dried out, it was still sticking just like that, so I blew it out a little bit more with air. I poured in a little bit more of my dry lock cleaner, which is pretty much like CLP, I think. It works pretty well with other small mechanisms and things like that. So I did a little more of that, and then I took it to the back and I gave it some light taps with a rubber mallet, just kind of tapping the knife against it in the open and closed position. And then I'm getting a lot better reaction now. I'm gonna keep getting that mechanism moving so that it loosens up all the little particles in there. I'm still getting a bunch of dirt out on my blade and stuff, so definitely still got some stuff in there. So I hope this helps you guys fix your OTFs without you having to take them apart and figure out how to get around that proprietary screw system that they got over here, or having to send it to them for warranty and wait like a month or 2 months for your knife to get back. Thanks for watching.